What is going on, Whoa, hey, yo. What is going on, everybody? How we doing? Welcome back to another Georgia Math show today, you guys. It is October 20th, 2025, man. This month is almost over. That's crazy to me. Literally, like the month just started not that long ago and we're almost done. Like that's insane, you guys. Um, so something I want to clarify before we continue, or not clarify, just I guess speak about. I know that the last show that we did, I believe it was Friday, it came out, the intro wasn't exist. I don't know what happened. It just froze and it just went to dog shit to keep it like that. So my apologies, but hopefully we should be good here. Hope everyone's doing well, staying blessed, staying positive, doing what they got to do. Today we got not too much to talk about, really. It's going to be only three topics. We'll probably bring up maybe something else. And that's it, really. Pretty short episode, very sweet, simple. A couple things been happening in the playoffs in the baseball world. Dodgers have swept the Brewers and sent them home. Now they're going to the World Series. This is a team that I think is just going to go back to back. I think they have a good chance of winning and going back to back. Like it's just they're loaded in every single position. Last year, what they were missing was pitching, and now they got it. Like, what else can they ask for? Literally. Um, Shoot, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the team revenue. We'll talk about Shohei Ohtani's performance and a little bit about Kyle Tucker involving the Dodgers because it's pretty interesting the things that have been reported. But let's get into it. So, as you guys know, and if you don't, if you're new, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on every single topic we talk about. But every time I start this show, my first thing is that I go and give you guys a motivational speech, something that maybe pushes you guys, just turns your frown upside down to word it like that. It's something that just hopefully, if you listen to it, motivates you, cheers you up, gets you moving. Here's the quote for today, my people. For me, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as a forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach curiosity, or a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. That is from Michelle Obama, my people. So, what she's saying in there is for her, it's not about achieving something or getting to the end goal. For her, it's how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I, if I get to level 10, how can I get to level 20? For her, she says the grind doesn't stop. If she wants to, let's say, just an example, if she wants to gain 50 pounds of muscle, her mindset is how can I gain 100? How can I gain 150? That's what she's basically saying in that journey or in that quote. So, with me, what I would say is don't stop. Don't let a roof cap off your end off, be off. Try to reach more. Reach for the top, the very top. Try to be the best. If, let's say, for example, you want to become a store manager, don't focus, or let's say, yeah, you want to become a store manager, but you understand, hey, if I become a district manager, I'll make more money. I have more responsibilities, but I'll make more money and all that. Reach for the top. Reach to be the best, to be the highest point to where you could be successful. Don't let, oh, because you wanted to be a store manager, that cap you off. No, keep going up, keep grinding, keep moving forward and getting better and improving. I think the most important thing is evolving and understanding. I think that's one thing I've thought about a lot is we have to understand that change is sometimes necessary. Sometimes we have to move out of a certain place we kept going to a lot. Sometimes we can't keep going to the same restaurant. Sometimes we can't keep going to the same building every day and doing the same thing. We can't go to the same park. Change is okay. It's all right to make a change to evolve. It's not always going to go the way you want, but down the road, you'll learn and you'll see that there's a different vision. It's very important. Um, But yeah, that is the words of wisdom for today. I hope that it is very inspiring. Hopefully, it keeps you a bit excited, a bit happy, and everything goes well. Hope everyone continues staying blessed. Um, but let's continue on to the first topic today, my people. So, this one is going to be a very interesting topic because if it's true and this team makes a play for this player in the offseason, baseball is going to have a big, huge discussion to make. And I'm talking not just between fans, I'm talking between probably teams, owners, all that. So, what in the blue world am I talking about, my people? So, according to John Heyman, who has been somebody who reports a lot, especially in the offseason when stuff happens and all that, etc., he says the Dodgers are expected to pursue Kyle Tucker this offseason, or at least be in play. So, here's why I said what I said at the beginning is because this team is stacked already. They have Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Roku Sasaki. If I mention Blake Snell, Tyler Glass now, Will Smith. You guys, they are loaded. I will say that again. They are loaded. And not me. I'm not even mentioning the whole roster. I'm still missing Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pedges, Miguel Rojas. You guys, they are loaded. That contract that they gave to Shohei Ohtani, they have already made that money back. Talk about an investment. And they're going to even make even more money off of Shohei Ohtani because how much of a marketing he is right now. That's crazy. That contract they gave him not too long ago, they've already made that 700 million back. That's insane to me. Literally. Literally. So it's just like that's the thing. So to explain, so the Dodgers are coming off of a strong stretch, as you guys know. I think they're probably going to win the World Series. There's no way they don't. And they have one of the highest payrolls in baseball. But the good thing about them is that they have financial flexibility to chase the top free agents. That's one of the good things. Now, why you probably wondering why in the world do they want Kyle Tucker? So they do need production in the outfield, particularly in some of the corners, that being right field or left field, that have been a bit weaker or inconsistent. For example, and Andy Pedges, he plays center a little bit, but some of the veteran outfielders don't, deliver as well. That probably being like a Michael Conforto, maybe a Teoscar. Teoscar, they probably want to put him as a DH though. Um, even though they have Otani there, so that's going to be interesting. Um, but yeah, or they probably plug him in and left. Teoscar is a high end player, 4-time All Star, strong bat, good all around skill set. Adding him would definitely bolster up their lineup by a lot. That's what I'm saying. Teams will probably be pissed. And obviously the Dodgers are on a win now. They're definitely not even close to rebuilding. And they're optimizing, and getting Tucker would align with that. Now the cost of him, he'll probably want more than 300, probably 400 million plus. Um, Now the competition, it'll be interesting. There is a couple teams that will need him. We'll discuss about in just a second. He does fit pretty well. Think about it, lefty bat, which could be a bit, nice for the Dodgers, even though they got, Otani, Freeman. His health is a bit interesting. He has had a bit of some injury issues. Production dropped in the second half. Um, but here's the thing. It's just like that would be insane. It would be crazy if the Dodgers get him. Now, yeah, so like I was saying, why do the Dodgers want him? They need a corner outfield. They need somebody either in left or they need somebody in right. They probably want to shift Teoscar to left, let go of Conforto, who I believe is going to be a free agent. They probably want to do that. And they probably want to make a big splash because adding him would just bolster up that lineup, make it even more crazier than what it is already. Now what happens? What are some potential issues or hurdles that they'll run into? Is the size of the contract. Obviously, he's gonna want 400 million plus. If Vladdy got what he got, he's probably gonna want as much or maybe more than Vladdy. And then there might be internal decisions or roster construction that will make that a bit of an issue. Maybe not. We'll go over their free agents in just a second. Um, so Conforto will be a free agent who is their current left fielder, I believe. Miguel Rojas, Austin Barnes, Enrique Hernandez, who they will probably be back, Kershaw, and Michael Kopech. So they'll probably move Teoscar to left, obviously, because Otani will be DH, and then put Kyle Tucker in right, who's a better defender than Teoscar. I don't know. It obviously is going to make it more difficult for us Mets fans, because we got to make a splash. We got to do something huge. Obviously, we don't need a Kyle Tucker, to be honest with you. It wouldn't be necessary to get him. Um, but if the Dodgers find a way, man, this is just going to be insane because this team already has stars on their team. This team's just going to be full of all stars, 1 through 9, literally, because their catcher is an all star, their first baseman's an all star, their shortstop's an all star, their DH is an all star. It's probably potentially the best player right now in baseball. It's just they are stacked overall, and then that rotation 1 through 5, fully healthy, is gross. Um, so now, what are some teams that could be some competition for the Dodgers? Obviously, let's start off with the New York Yankees. Obviously, the New York Yankees are probably going to be able to see what they can do, see if Kyle Tucker would be interested in going over there, because they do face some uncertainties in the free agency market because players like Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham will be free agents who are pretty good players. So Tucker's presence would be powerful. Remember, uh, the 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 Cubs traded Tucker for Tucker and then traded Bellinger, so Tucker was basically Bellinger's replacement. And then obviously they're a big market. They'll be capable of giving him a big contract. It'll just be interesting what Brian Cashman decides to do if he wants to give another big contract. He already has Stanton, who soon is about to be left off, though. Judge, Garrett Cole, Max Fried, just to name a few. So it'll be interesting. They do got to make a splash, though. The Yankees, they got to do something because, this is embarrassing what they did. So they'll probably make a splash. We'll have to see, though. Now, potential hurdles with the Yankees. They already have some high profile outfielders. Obviously, their best player on the team is the right fielder, which is Judge. Um, and then just aligning him would be pretty tricky for them because you already got Jason Dominguez, Giancarlo Stanton, um, that are outfielders also. So we'll have to see. And then obviously their priorities. Obviously their priorities. They have pitching and bullpen issues. So their well, let's say 1, 2, or 1, 3, and 4 headed guns are going to be out of play for April, possibly May, which is Rodon, Cole, and Clark Schmidt, I believe it was. So we'll have to see. Also, another team, the Philadelphia Phillies, which I don't know how I would feel about it, but why would he fit there? Obviously, they need a younger bat that impacts the corner outfield help. Tucker offers that, of course. Obviously, they have a lot of veterans that have, well, a lot of older players that are on big contracts. Adding Tucker would be, a good looking forward moment. Now, some potential issues would be is that they do have a lot of, big contracts with Turner, Castellanos, Harper. So it will be interesting. I'll see if they want. We'll have to see if the Phillies want to, spend that kind of cachet. Also, another team that could make a splash is the San Francisco Giants. They're looking to add impact bats, right fielders, and to deepen their lineup. Tucker could slide into that role, help out. They've shown that they're willing to make big moves with Buster Posey at the head of the gun, trading for Rafael Devers. Potential hurdles, obviously, is the payroll and the competitive bidding. Will they be able to outbid the Dodgers or the Yankees? That'd be the question. Or they might prefer to just spend it somewhere different, like pitching, or rather like a top free agent at a position. The Cubs should keep him. I don't know why the Cubs wouldn't want to keep him. He currently plays for them, and he'll likely like to explore resigning and staying with them. He played a whole year. He sees Chicago, maybe likes it. That'd be nice. And then them investing in him would be a nice foundation piece, somewhere where it could show the fans that they're serious and that they want to, grow. Potential issues though is that the Cubs probably wouldn't like the contract size that he has. Obviously, we've seen the Cubs; they've let go of big pieces because of it. Um, and obviously, they historically haven't been willing to commit to a contract that long because obviously, for 400 plus, you're probably gonna have to give them 10 to 12, maybe 15 years, so it doesn't hurt your payroll that often much. So we'll have to see. Um, but listen, he's gonna want a lot of money, you guys. He's probably gonna want what Vlad got, 500 million plus. So he's gonna want some cachet. He's gonna offer it. He's done pretty good. To at least get his bag. So we'll see what happens. If the Dodgers get him, it's gonna kill baseball. For the fans, people are gonna be pissed because it's just the Dodgers are gonna be eventually the new Yankees. They're going to be hated because everybody's so mad that they got everybody, all that. It's we'll see. I don't think so. If they get him, I will be very shocked. But if if he doesn't go, I won't be surprised either. Um, I think yeah, definitely like a team like the Yankees should be going to get him. Definitely the Giants. The Giants, they gotta. Listen, if I'm the Giants and I see this, I am just scratching my head like, what the hell are they doing? Are they printing money over there? I would literally be like, "What in the blue hell is going on over there?" And I would be worried because it's just those are my division rivals. They're in my same division, and if they add Kyle Tucker, that would not look pretty. Now, if you could get Kyle Tucker away from them and join your team, that would be a good boost. Obviously, you guys need it. You guys need to try to keep improving to be a better team. You got other competitors in your division like the Diamondbacks, the Padres, and obviously the best team, the Dodgers. So you got to keep making sure you could be competitive. Now, continuing on a little bit with the Dodgers, but on a different note, on a different player, you guys. Shohei Ohtani, my people. That performance he did in game 4 was out of this world. Like, it was crazy to me. And I agree with other people that have said it. This is definitely 100% the greatest performance in playoff history. 1 billion percent. Because think about it. Everybody just think about it like this. To go out and pitch 6 innings and get 10 strikeouts and go 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. That means every time you went up to bat, you hit a home run in a game 4 of an NLCS. That is nothing but respect. And that's one thing I will comment. I did see, I think it was A Rod who said that Otani's probably the greatest athlete or the best athlete right now in sports. And then I saw the comment section, as long as Ronaldo's playing, he's still the best. Are you freaking kidding me? What Shohei Otani's doing, Ronaldo can't even come an inch close to. Literally, an inch. Nobody, what Otani is doing right now, nobody can come an inch close to. People, I don't think people, I get it because you may not think about it that much, but I don't think people understand how hard it is to go out and hit a ball 100 miles per hour and then go and throw it 100 miles per hour. Like, people don't understand the routine, the whole process your body has to go through before the game. It's not easy to hit a ball, especially when you had a team that was in a do or die situation where if they lost, they're going home. So they're going to try their hardest. And then to go up, pitch, because they were at home. Think about it. Go out, pitch an inning, sweating your ass off, to then go be the leadoff hitter. So you had to hustle to the dugout, grab your bat and helmet to go to the plate, and then you hit a home run. 3 outs go by, then you go out and pitch again, and you get 10 strikeouts. My people, I will say it right now. That is not easy. That is not easy at all. Ronaldo, yeah, kicking a soccer ball, but it doesn't even come close to what Otani's doing. The only person If he continues and does well with it, maybe Travis Hunter. But after that, nobody right now is doing what Otani does at all. At all, at all. This dude is a phenom. He is out of this world. And who knows the next time we'll get a player like him that is hitting the ball and pitching at the same time and pitching well. Like we have to understand that's not easy. Now, this is what I'll say is like that's what matters in the playoffs. It's the moments. That's what's killing to me. And I hate to bring it up, is Aaron Judge. We got to understand you could hit 400, but if your team isn't performing, it doesn't matter. People care about the moments. That's what's going to go up on social media, on ESPN. That's what everybody's going to be talking about on Get Up or First Take or Sports Center. It's going to be the moments. This situation that this guy had, that performance is out of this world, my people. That is like crazy. And then he won the NLCS, which obviously, course, of course, he deserved it. This is just, that is extremely hard to do. But I love it, man. Love the hustle, love the grind that he puts in for the Dodgers. He's just a consistently great player, does what he has to do. Now, off the field, I don't know. There's been some situations that I've seen with his people, but let's just keep it on field. He's phenomenal. And it's crazy when I saw that the Dodgers made back the $700 million they gave him. Like the only reason why the Dodgers got lucky was because there was no competition. He didn't want to go to the NL or the East. He wanted to stay out in the West, so they got lucky. Because Otani would have got $1 billion contract for sure. It's just that was the issue. There was no other team that was going to bid him, so he made it difficult for himself because the Dodgers were by themselves. Now, shifting on a little bit, which will be the last topic, is on team revenue, my people. So we're gonna discuss the revenue for all 30 teams. So this was the revenue for everybody. I think one through 30. Yeah, literally everybody, 1 through 30. So let's take a look here. So the revenue, this is, I guess, from the 2024 to the 2025 payroll plus tax. So, starting off with the Mets, it looks like the Mets were the ones that got the highest percentage in payroll slash revenue. Mets had revenue of in 2024 of 444 million, and then it was 400 million in payroll plus tax. So they were second. Dodgers were number two. They had a revenue of 752 million, you guys, which was first, and then their payroll plus tax was 549. That is crazy that the contract, they already made that money back. Literally, they made that money back from what they gave Otani. Literally. Toronto is third, Philly is fourth, Arizona's fifth, Padres is sixth, Rangers is seventh, Angels is eighth, Royals ninth, Baltimore's 10th. The Yankees are number they're number 11th, but the revenue they made last season, they are number two behind the Dodgers. So I think it goes Dodgers, or Yankees. No, Dodgers, Yankees, made the two highest revenues in baseball. You guys, when you look at it, so the top, which is why I wanted to talk about this. The the two teams that are at the bottom is the Marlins and the White Sox, and then the Rays and the Pirates. So here's my thing, my people. I understand that everybody gets upset. Oh, that the Dodgers are taking all their players, or that the Yankees are that. Every big market team is the ones that are signing the big players. The Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, the Phillies. Who else can we name out there? The Red Sox. Listen, I'm gonna say it like this: you have to invest in your team. You have to invest in your product. You can't try to be um very cheap with investing, especially in baseball. I think the Dodgers are showing it so well that you have to invest. You can't just try to rely on your farm system or anything like that. Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if that number one prospect that is in your farm system is going to turn out to be a Mike Trout or an Aaron Judge or a Shohei Ohtani or a Juan Soto or a Kyle Tucker. You don't know that. So it's like you have to invest. If there's somebody out there that has proven that they're good at the best level, you got to invest. You got to be able to pay out some money. Miami's last. Why? Because they don't invest. They have their payroll is 86 million. They're dead last in payroll because they don't like to spend. And then it's like when they have a good team, they destroy it because they don't want to extend their players. How the hell are you going to get better? They get called up. Think about it. The Marlins had a lineup of Marcelo Zuna, Christian Yelich, Giancarlo Stanton, JT Ramuto. Just those four players alone were on that Marlins team. D. Gordon. And what did they do? They destroyed that team completely because they don't like to spend. They sent Giancarlo to the Yankees. They sent Yelich to the Brewers. They sent Marcel to the Cardinals. They sent JT to the Phillies. You have to invest, and that's anything in life. If you want your business to grow, you have to be willing to invest money back into it. You can't want to just pocket all your money back in your pockets. You have to be willing to pour back your money so you can get more of it, so you can multiply it. The White Sox, the White Sox are second to last in payroll because they don't spend, and they're just they're not a good team at all. Their best player, they're probably going to end up trading him. They traded their best pitcher last season in Garrett Crochet. They're probably going to end up trading Lease Robert. They don't like to spend. You have to spend to invest to get better. Because if you don't, you're not going to improve. You're not going to do good. And it's just, that's the thing. So, listen, I'll be honest. Baseball eventually is going to come to a pause. I think it will because owners are going to be upset. People are going to be upset. People are going to get rowdy. Why? Because, the only teams that are competitive are the ones that spend. Think about it. In this playoffs, you had the Dodgers, you have Toronto, you had Philly, you had the Yankees, you had Detroit, you had who else was in it? The Red Sox, you had Milwaukee, you had Chicago, who was in the playoffs. And majority of them are a big market team. Think about it. The Dodgers, the Phillies, the Yankees, Detroit, wouldn't consider because their payroll is 19th. But then after that, think about it. The Red Sox. The Red Sox payroll was 7th. Milwaukee's is 24, so it's a bit of a up and down. Chicago was 14th. Um, so Phillies was 4th. So you gotta be willing to invest. Seattle is 16th. You gotta be willing to invest because if you don't, it's going to get icky. It's not gonna be pretty. The Reds were a bit of an interesting one. They got in by a fluke, but you have to invest. You have to be willing to balance it out. Now, I don't say sign every single all star every single year, but at least invest, put some money into it. Um, that's why the Dodgers are so successful, literally, because of that, because they're investing. Um, one last thing, real quick, we'll discuss is the situation with Game 7 of the ALCS, Toronto and Seattle. I got Toronto winning it. And I do want Toronto to win. I think Toronto, especially being at home, they're going to lock in, clutch up. They're going to win it. I think Seattle's just, that's going to be one team that's going to be interesting to see what the heck they do, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I got the Dodgers winning the whole thing. That's for sure. But I'm gonna wrap it up here today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. As always, like I say every time, stay humble, stay blessed, and stay positive, my people. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.